All right, Duke Nation, let's get it. Big game again. At this point, they're all big games. Like you can't get to January in the middle of conference play and like not have a big game at this point, right? Like they're all going to be tough. They're all going to be difficult. Duke tonight, starting the first of a very difficult stretch. How do I put this? 4 out of the next 6 games are on the road. One of those games that's at home is going to be Carolina in not this weekend, the weekend after. But anyway, I'll get the scoreboard going here in just a second. Hello, Orlando. Hello, Fry. Hello, Timmy. Hello, Heave. Hello, everybody tonight. Welcome in. It is incredibly early here on the West Coast at 4 o'clock, but we're underway at Castle Coliseum in Virginia Tech, a place that is historically terrible for us to play. You never want to play in Blacksburg. However, Virginia Tech is on a 7-game losing streak and just lost to Clemson by a single point in their previous outing over the weekend. Hopefully, Duke manages to make it 8 straight for Virginia Tech, but this, for all intents and purposes, is a very similar team to the one that took us to the woodshed at the ACC tournament last season, although Dariq Whitehead does get things going for us here with a 3 to get it started. Keon, welcome in. Had a bad work day. Hopefully Duke basketball can change that. I agree with you. And this is Hunter Couture, I think, for 3, and that one misses. Although, again, Hunter Couture with 31 points in the previous game against Duke. This is a very classic Virginia Tech. Lose everything, Duke shows up, and then play out of your minds. But Filipowski with the rebound and the putback there. Duke is up on a quick 5-0 here out on the road. Stats coming up in a second. I'm not sure why the stats didn't show up. I think I had it going. Nice steal there by Duke, and Filipowski's got 2 more, and that is 7 quick ones, and I feel like a Virginia Tech Hokie timeout should be on the way here in a second. That should do the stats. That should do it. Maybe. Yes, that should work. It's being... Boy, it's being... Why is it being difficult? Why are you being difficult? Stop. There we go. Oh my gosh, I have to resize the whole thing. Anyway, I'll get it in a second. This Dariq Whitehead shot is off. Rebound to Virginia Tech. And... Actually, that wasn't too bad. Actually, this is going to be really bad. We got to like squish it. I've been I was using last year's version of this and I changed it slightly, so I have to squish this and it should all fit. Jeremy Roach is not out. That's not true. He is playing after quite a nice outing previously, though. Get this one done. There we go. You can see the method to the madness here. The thing is that I am using a version in order to prevent myself from having to relist everything. This should be 18. That should do it. Because the rosters don't always change from year to year. Like the rosters of the opposing schools don't always change from year to year. Like there's a lot of folks that came back for Virginia Tech actually. Ryan Young can't get the lay-in to go, and now he's going to pick up a foul. That was silly. So like I end up, and to the fact that we've done this now for like 3 years, so I have like a whole history of these, which are kind of fun to look back to. Like for example, although it's not going to perfectly match, unless we could do this, we can look back at the game from last year. If we set that to 19, this was last year's game, and these were the stats from last year's game. As we say, Hunter Couture had 31 in that one, and then Keith Aluma 19, but Keith Aluma is no longer playing for Virginia Tech. So there you go, back to present day, as Lynn Kidd has 2 points there, and it's 7-5, still with the Blue Devils ahead. Yeah, Virginia Tech has a really short bench. I was looking at this last night, and they're like, there's just like a whole slew of players that's just like DNPs or injuries, and I was like, damn, like I wonder if that's like one of the reasons why they're kind of not doing so hot here. Um, of course, I'm not like watching Virginia Tech basketball every single night, so you don't always have like I don't always have the inside scoop. You know, I've got the inside scoop on Duke, but like not necessarily on all our competition. And Dariq Whitehead, and they're not going to call that an offensive foul. That step back jumper is good. He's got 5. He is flowing early. So maybe my prediction for the 25-point Dariq Whitehead game was just like 2 games early, and it's actually going to be this one because he's out with a 5 points already here. As we saw that Roach was not starting. And so the 5 starters essentially for Duke end up being Ryan Young, Whitehead, Proctor, Mitchell, and Filipowski. Although Roach is now at the scorers table along with Derek Lively getting ready to check in. And the next whistle will get the under 16 timeout anyway, as the action has been pretty fast paced here in the early going. That should have been a foul on Sean Padula, but they're going to call it a steal anyway, as Padula thought about 3, but then goes and just takes it to the rim. I thought he hit Proctor on that one. Shane, I didn't see you come in there. Welcome in as well. Good evening to you. Oddly enough, I don't think we play like a late game at all. Actually, all our games are like super early. They're all like the first slate of the games, right? It's like the 7 p.m. And then even the weekend ones are have been kind of early. Like what we started at noon the other day. Hunter Couture for 3, and he connects on that one. Virginia Tech has 12, so it's 13-12 despite the good Duke start. John Shire is in a jacket today? Is that right? That's curious. That's another turnover by Duke as Virginia Tech puts it up ahead there to Justin Mutz, and Mutz will convert for 2, and Tech takes the lead. So much for our good start. 14-13 now Virginia Tech, as they've managed to weather what was a 7-0 Duke advantage and turn that around into 14-13. And now they get another steal as Proctor turns it over again, and they're going to call a blocking foul against Proctor. Honestly, I think we might need a timeout at this point. And the media timeout is going to save us. 13:46 on the clock. We almost went 8 full minutes before getting a stoppage. Good Lord. Yeah, Proctor is rattled. Agreed. Are we in or I'm just scrolling through all the chat comments. Are we in Cameron? No, we're in Virginia Tech. That's the unfortunate part about this thing. And yeah, it's like as we reflect on the start of the game, Keon, you were saying we were playing fast, but like in a good way with urgency. That's why I thought we had such a good start. We got off to that 7-0 lead, and like we actually had Filipowski, who made a fantastic play in transition, even to get it was an easy dunk that put us up 7-0, and that's when I was like, oh, Virginia Tech might want to consider getting a timeout here. But then they went ahead and went on a 14-6 run, and now they're ahead. Eve, no, you can't. Fox Sports says Couture has a left arm issue that's been bothering him. Let me tell you what. Didn't look like he had any issue there, as he looked just fine, as he's been hitting from 3. So I don't think he's got anything. Filipowski wins ACC and PNC Weekly Awards again. That is no surprise from this week. Let's look at the live stats here as we get going. Live stats. Make sure our situation is up to speed. Just did a pregame snack with milk and cookies. Well, you have to be more specific because you have to tell us what kind of cookies are you eating. And now we have to judge. Not that we're not judging, but we're going to be like, we're going to give our sign of approval for the cookies. Why do I care about season stats? What is this? There's 3 Duke fouls. One is on Whitehead, one is on Proctor, and one is on Ryan Young. Okay, and then on the Virginia Tech side, there are 0 personal fouls. That can't be right. No, that can't be right. There's one on Couture. There are 0 personal fouls. God damn. Well, anyway, haven't eaten anything today except an iced coffee. Obviously, gotta have the classic classic chunky chocolate chip. There's 4 C's in that. You're literally killing me here. Classic chunky chocolate chip. That's like say that one 5 times fast. I have Chips Ahoy, but I have Oreos and Nutter Butters. You picked the Nutter Butters. I played backyard basketball on Game Boy Advanced. I think that's what GBA is on my phone. I used to play backyard baseball. I remember that one. So we went from playing fast with urgency to playing fast and loose with the ball, and now have turned it over 4 times. I'm looking for the pup. I don't know where he went. Ghost Lifestyle Chips Ahoy. Ghost Lifestyle Chips Ahoy Whey Protein is delicious. Okay, I'm trying to figure out so they're cookies. Okay, so these are cookies, but they're made with whey protein. I imagine, yes, that is actually delicious. That's the kind of stuff that I need in my life, actually. I'm actually like all over that stuff. I'm trying to find points. 3, 4, 3. Padula's got 4. Okay, it's 16-13 here. Like those are like the kind of like clean sheet kind of snacks. Those are good. Woo! Filipowski with a little step back J. He's got 6. Only on Android though. So like Keon, like I make these oats. I make these soaked oats for myself. Although technically, I mean it is kind of carb loaded, but when I mix in the oats and the milk there. What? Are you kidding me? That 3 goes down? What a life? Hunter Couture gets the 3 to roll in. What? And they call the foul. Well, okay, he did technically foul. This is a 4-point play. What the? No, actually, okay, it's not. But all right, I thought they were going to give him an and 1. Brady Franzen, hello, welcome in. We actually say hello to Jeremy Roach as well, and Derek Lively, as they've both entered the game here. Grandison is also into the game. That was the lineup change effectively at the end of the. Sorry, I was going to say at the end of the half. It's not even the end of the half. I'm going crazy today, Chad. At the media timeout. Yeah, Couture's arm is at 100%. As Fox Sports was lying to you. Jeremy Roach also seems to be getting back to 100% as he dribbles it into the paint and gets that one to go right underneath the basket. That is actually very encouraging signs here for Jeremy Roach. As Filipowski has to guard Mutz here. A little farther, just outside the paint. Sean Padula for 3. Why not? That one goes in 2, so that's 7 points for Padula. As Virginia Tech is hitting the 3s early and often. I'm telling you, man, Virginia Tech can just be an awful team, and Duke shows up, and they're like, it's a totally different story. As Filipowski there gets the rebound and the bucket. It just doesn't matter how bad Virginia Tech is. It's like, and we have Hunter Couture there with the left side, and he's going to get that 3 to go too. So Virginia Tech's hit its last 3 threes. It's 25-19, an open to 7-point lead here. To be fair, this is kind of how I thought this game was going to go. I just didn't wanted to make sure that we didn't get a slow start because like we've been really bad on the road. And there's Filipowski for 3. That one is no good, and Duke can't corral the offensive board, so it's a missed shot and a rebound to Virginia Tech, who currently leads by 6. I figured it was that's a foul on Lively. Oh, okay, or it's a foul on Filipowski. Either way, one of the two. Is Couture a 3-point specific player? I think he's just he's a guard, right? But like, I mean, after last year's putting up 31 points, he did it mostly from three. I don't have the exact stat in front of me, but like, I remember that game quite vividly. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, the thing is, it doesn't happen. This like just doesn't happen with like other teams, right? Like, it doesn't happen with Pittsburgh. It doesn't happen with Georgia Tech. It doesn't happen with like, well, Virginia is always good, so like it can't really do that one. I don't know, like throw out a random ACC team, like the Boston College play is tough at their place, but that's typically an anomaly. Um, yeah, I just feel like Virginia Tech, especially when it's in Blacksburg, it's just awful. It's just going to be awful. So I'm finishing up a couple things for work here. Okay, good. Um, as a Yankee fan, I know too well what it's like when the Yankees come to town and everybody shows up to play. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much the Duke treatment, right? Like you just can't run away from it. Although I do want to see here, there is there was one interesting stat around. I thought, oh, I know where it is. Ah, there was an interesting stat I found today, chat, around. Yes, around Duke and its shooting, and Duke and its 3-point shooting. Actually, the stat isn't even 3-point shooting. It's just straight up all shooting. So apparently, that this is Duke's worst shooting team, 2 or 3 in 63 years. We are shooting a combined 42% from the floor. And if you count 63 years ago, that was 59 to 60. That was well before Coach K. So like, yeah, uh, it's kind of crazy actually. Why we're not ranked after beating Miami? I mean, technically the new rankings come out on Mondays, so like we could have been ranked, but like I guess the other question is, did Miami fall out of the rankings as a result of us beating them? If we played 2 games and we won, we would be. Yeah, because we had the Clemson loss, right? So you would have had to beat both Clemson and Miami, and then you may have found yourself at like 25. But at the end of the day, if we don't win this one, it like doesn't really matter. So like, yeah. So yeah, there's us sitting right there at 5-3, currently losing to the team at 1-7. There's like 1, 2, 3. There's like the 4 teams at like the bottom. This entirety of teams in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of us basically within a half game of one another. As we have Malaji. No, well, yeah, I think actually that's right. We get the pronunciation guide out here. Malijal. Malijal Poteet. Yeah, Malijal Poteet gets both at the free throw line. That one I had to figure out how to actually say. Goodness. Roach to Grandison. Grandison going to go with a quick three. Looks good, but actually it turns out to be long. Lively fighting for the board, but down to Poteet as he comes down with a rebound. And Virginia Tech has 27-19 on us here. Jalen Blakes gets called for that foul and the push. You know, oddly enough, Virginia Tech has such a short bench, but they're not fouling. Like Duke has actually 6 fouls. I missed one, and Virginia Tech's got 1 so far. And yeah, John Shire is in a suit. which I'm going to blame for the loss. Let's all send crying towels to Jerry Kool-Aid and Cowgirl Nation today. Oh, that was Stephen A. Smith was all over that one. That was a very funny first take segment from this morning. Grant Bazile, Bazile? Jeez. Another 2 points there, and now we find ourselves down 10, and Mitchell going to try to make it 8. Yes, Mark Mitchell there after Grandison almost scuffed the pass to Lively, but Mitchell there marked it, recovered it. Bazili, oh my god, it's pronounced Bazili? Jeez, people. Is Couture actually a good player, or is he just lucky? He's only a good... That's an offensive foul! Okay. Poteet with an offensive foul, because literally we have been called for the extended elbow all season, and it finally went the other way. Is Couture actually a good player? I mean, I think he's Virginia Tech's leading scorer, to be honest, but like... No, actually, he's not. That's totally wrong. He averages less than 10 points a game. Okay, yeah, he's just incredibly lucky. Sean Padula is averaging 15.9 at 16 points per game effectively, right? And he's the leading scorer for Virginia Tech. Nice little off the glass there for Mark Mitchell as he's got the last 4 for us at Duke. So yeah, Hunter Couture is just incredibly lucky. Is this the NC State game all over again? No, because we're not down 20. I think you only get one of those. You only get one NC State game a season, and that's like your gimme. So we've already had it. Like this team can't lose by 20 again on the road. I mean, or if we did, you got to start like we have to seriously consider hitting the panic alarm on this one because that would be just like really bad. Oh, Derek Lively deflected that shot, and that's going to go the other way to Virginia. No, it's going to go to us after Basili tried to get the rebound but could not. All right, we got to get a good look here, good shot selection, and we can claw this thing back to within 4. Roach with the crossover. He's going to take a long 2. Ooh, that's going to go. I do not like the percentages on that shot, but you know what? It goes down anyway. Duke's got the last 6, and we're back within 4. We need another turnover here as Kidd. Good defense there by Lively. And then also good defense by Mitchell on Basili, although now Proctor is on Basili, and there's a bit of a mismatch there. A nice block from behind by Lively, and they're still going to score. Grant Basili will get 2 as we couldn't get the rebound down. So we're kind of sold out for the block and didn't come down with the board. Proctor over to Roach. You have Lively, Mitchell, and Blake's in the game. It's 3 guards, a small lineup here, and that's a foul on Lynn Kidd. As Roach hits the deck, but he looks just fine on that one. So it's 1 on Kidd, 2 on Poteet. That was the one I was missing. Okay, there you go. Ah, Jeremy's parents are in the house. Nice. Oh, that's because he went. I think he probably went to school close here. I have an interesting question. Why do some places like Google, NBC use different logos? Some use the Blue Devil D and some the normal D. I don't know. I figure they probably leave it up to like. Probably there's like a. It's like the school's like you can use one of any of these. Although I believe that the D as it is here is the accurate one, or is the right one, because the 3-pointer by Roach is no good. That was off. And so Padula with it right now gives it up to Maddox, and now they're Basili down low, and he just has great post position. He had the mismatch there on Blake's, and Blake's didn't have a chance. I'm actually not sure what we're doing with this really small lineup here. I don't know as well as Whitehead has come back in the game. So it's like, it's still 3 guards and like only 1 5 center. As I guess Whitehead isn't really a center. He's more like I guess the 4. He's footing on the line. Wow, that goes down. Good Lord. I really hate the shot selection, but like the shots are going down. Analytics would tell you that those are not good shots. They're like super long range twos that should be threes. This Hunter Couture's three rattles in, and he comes off the curl and he just drops another one. So the 9.5 point average scorer has 12 in the first half and is 4 of 6. Surprise, surprise, chat. Surprise, surprise. Proctor with the baseline 2 that misses badly and goes up and over the back of the backboard. And so that turns into a turnover. Would you buy a Tommy Hilfiger keyboard if that's actually a real thing? Probably not. Although I suppose I am in a bit of a market for a mechanical keyboard. Trey, what's up? Welcome in. Good afternoon or good evening, early evening to you. $36-27 here through just over 12 minutes of play. 13 minutes of play. As this half has gone lightning quick, actually. Virginia Tech ahead 36-27. Remember, chat, we're holding teams to like 60, 62 points a game with our defense. And right now, Virginia Tech is on pace for 72. So does it feel like the NC State game again? Let's go back. I mean, that was 81-54. Boston College was 65-64. Pitt was 77-69. That was better. Clemson beat us with 68. And then we got 68 and beat Miami, who had 66. So we got the tough game versus Syracuse tomorrow. Plus my Celtics are losing right now. Do you have to go on the? Is it on the road or is it at home? Yeah. The other thing about this one, so we have to play this game on like really quick turnaround. Like we were together hanging out. Like chat, we were together hanging out like less than 48 hours ago, right? Like it was or just about 48 hours ago. It was a noon. Was it a noon game? Noon game the other day, right? They I guess Virginia Tech also played on Saturday. So they played Clemson on Saturday. Then they had to play Virginia. So they played Wednesday, they played Saturday, and they play Monday. And that's, I think actually we had the week off, didn't we? Or we had the week prior off, rather. Oh no, we had an entire week off. Yeah. It's in Syracuse, New UNC. I wouldn't be shocked if we lost. Sad news, we lost the. Oh, okay. So I saw the thing about the M&M's characters. I do not know the backstory, but apparently the internet got enraged about the shoes. I don't know the backstory on the M&M's, but I've seen the headline. They discontinued them. It's a sad day, I suppose. Like I don't know the reasoning behind it. I just saw that like the fact that they did. Okay, if anybody in chat can figure out why John Shire is wearing a suit, please let us know. Because given the fact that he is wearing a suit, he should be willing to throw the jacket off should the need arise. Which, at this point, maybe sooner rather than later. Although the Padula 3 there is off and Ryan Young comes down with a big rebound. Why can't we have someone glue themselves to Couture? I mean, well, he's been like scoring off of like curls and screens. Like it's not like yeah, we're just not fighting through the screens hard enough. Whitehead, who currently has 7 points, and we have a foul on number 15. That's Lynn Kidd. So I suppose we could just get them into foul trouble. We have right now Virginia Tech has Lynn Kidd with 2 and Poteet with 2. As we're inbounding underneath the basket, and this should be Mark Mitchell. Thought about the 3 off the inbounds here. No, it has to get it to Roach. A little late there, and Roach falls over, but Mitchell recovers it as Basili lands on the deck. 8 seconds to go, and Roach is going to take 3 from the corner, and that's not going to go. Not just like there's the offense didn't look good on that possession. It never went to the opposite side of the court, right? Like it just got stuck on the right side and then like never left, and like we basically lost the ball twice. The ball movement is leaving something to be desired, as is the defense there, as Poteet just manages to get his way underneath the basket. I don't know how that happens, and let's go back to the 5:30 mark at the 4-minute timeout there, as now Whitehead's shot is way too strong. Virginia Tech comes down with that board, now leading by 9. Put Mitchell on Couture. So right now Couture isn't actually no, he is in the game. So Mitchell is guarding Couture right now. That's the assignment. Let's see if they switch that one as the ball goes to Mutz, who's being guarded by Filipowski, and this is Padula, who's being guarded by Roach. There's the screen by Basili, as Roach fights over that, and then that should be a turnover, and actually the shot clock expires on Virginia Tech, and they do turn the ball over, so good defense. This makes me want to pull my hair out. Teddy, I can't afford that, man. I'm already losing too much hair. It's not a viable stress release strategy for me. I don't like Mike Packer. I can't tell. He's a UNC fan. So apparently Shannon Sharp had to issue an apology this morning for for whatever happened over the weekend. As I caught that one on Twitter. All right, so down 9. Last time we were down 9, we went on a 6-0 run, or down 10, went on a 6-0 run, couldn't do anything with it. And now this is Filipowski for 3. That shot actually looked good, but it was just long actually, so it does not go down. You know what? If we can get 6 or 5 points by the time we get to halftime, I'd be happy. Mitchell now guarding Basili, who's on Couture. Roach is on Couture at the moment. Oh, nice, great defense there by Filipowski, who disrupted the Mutt shot and did not foul. Great defense without fouling. Roach coming out across, and here is going to be Whitehead for 3, and that's going to drop. Dariq Whitehead has 10 points. Oh, wow, we were down 11. I was doing the math wrong. I thought we were only down 9. No, we were down 11. Poteet to Couture. Actually, this is the switch you don't want, is Ryan Young on Couture. Although now Padula, and that's an offensive foul. That's an offensive screen by Poteet. That should be, by my count, his 3rd. Oh, no, they're going to call it on somebody else. All right. I wonder why coaches don't wear suits anymore. It seems like they quit after the prop steals coach for. Yeah, so they definitely quit. They stopped wearing the suits during COVID. Like I distinctly remember. Like that was it. Like during the COVID season, they came back and they were in jeans and sweatpants and the pullovers. They were in the pullovers. I don't know. It was just like that seemed to be the thing. Duke needs to drive and dish the ball inside. Let's see. David Barnes, 1-and-done recruits is not the move. It's just going to be this repeatedly until we figure out something 3 and 4 stars that will stick around. I have a feeling, like I really feel like Shire has tried to recruit at least some kids that'll stick around, like Jaden, like Shoot, who hasn't really played. Like I'm hoping like he could be like. Oh, let's think about this. Let's think about like what if like Jaden Shoot becomes like sophomore year Matthew Hurt, or like sophomore year Luke Kennard. That'd be a great story, right? That'd be fantastic. Sounds like Kentucky fans about the one and done slump. Although didn't Kentucky actually did win its game this weekend, right? I think it was right after our game. I still see some coaches wearing suits, but it's not big. Let's see. Stats. I don't so much mind about taking outside shots as I care about like if it's a wide open three, you better take it and you better hit it. Yeah, so it is 3 on Poteet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And actually, like, it's sort of interesting because you have Poteet and then Kid. And like if you get those into foul trouble, you really have an opening to pound the ball inside. So we should be doing that. Instead of, as Chad is saying, take crazy ill-advised shots from the outside. As long as Shoot can defend and knock down his free throws, he will get some burn. Whitehead is gone, and likely Proctor. Shoot is bigger than McCain, and Roach will have Foster next year too. Yeah. Do you remember Luke May? I hated Luke May. Luke May, very punchable. Kind of like Brady Manick, also very punchable. Yeah, because like the freshmen have looked like freshmen at times, especially late in games. But here we are, down 8, 3:28 to go. Filipowski to Roach. Ryan Young trying to post there. Probably got fouled by Basili, but nothing there. Roach double teamed as Whitehead gets it. Now back to Roach. Ryan Young trying to repost Basili here. And he's going to try to go up and over with the right. Rebound by Filipowski. And Filipowski gets blocked by Basili from behind. He never saw that one coming. And that's an unfortunate empty trip there. As actually, I thought Ryan Young and Filipowski had really good opportunities, good looks there, but just didn't convert. Padula back to Mutz, who's now going to repost there on Ryan Young, and Mutz will go up and over, and he will get that one to fall. So Virginia Tech with 40 points so far in the first half. And Mark Mitchell gets tied up there with MJ Collins, and that will be Collins' first. 6th as a team on Virginia Tech. Mike is expressing the growing pains. We always think players should or will come back, and they never do. That's pretty much where it is. Roach's 3 is just way off there, as Filipowski can't bring down the rebound. Man, I would have thought that Filipowski could have definitely had that rebound. I don't know. I don't want to say he's like not playing with as much energy, but like Virginia Tech kind of Mutz kind of took that rebound away from him. I don't know. Here's a deep oh my. All right. I knew this was going this way, Chad. I knew it was going this way. As Padula hits another 3. And they are down 13. Whitehead looking for Ryan. Ryan Young is down low. He has position. We can't get him the ball. Talk about settling as Jeremy Rose splits a double team and then goes up off the glass, and that shot doesn't go down. Ryan Young tries to recover it, and then we have a foul going the other way, and the foul being called on Ryan Young. That's his second. Funny how Duke smokes Virginia Tech in football and then loses in basketball. Yeah. I mean, we do recruit elite talent year in and year out. It's just I think this year between the new players and the new coach, it's all kind of like compounded itself. It's Basile at the free throw line here. It could make this a 15-point game here in the first half. Ay. And he actually misses the front end of the 1-and-1. So that's lucky for us because that's effectively a turnover. Whitehead double team up at the top. Filipowski going to shoot three. He gets hit. That's a foul. That's a foul on Basile, and Filipowski will go to the free throw line to shoot three. How are we not scoring? We're not scoring because we are kind of settling for shots. Filipowski gets the friendly roll there as he's got 9. If you look at the ESPN draft prediction, we have 3 guys in the first. Yeah, Lively, Whitehead, and Filipowski are all still projected to be in the first round. And to be fair, unless like something catastrophic happens in this like season and we just like don't even make the NCAA tournament, like I don't honestly think that like it changes that much. Like sure, like people like move up and down, but like I don't know. I mean, I feel like Filipowski has already like the amount of double doubles that he's already amassed, and he already has 11 points today, so he's in double figures already anyway. Like, and he's just gonna keep scoring in double figures. So like, what does it matter? Like, I'm pretty sure like we know he's gonna be a high draft pick, or could potentially be a first round draft pick. Like, I think Duke's record is completely irrelevant to like his status, honestly. Although that was not a foul, that is a clean block by Lively that gets called as a foul. But that is, the ref's done us dirty there. There's a lot about going back and forth here. I'm trying to keep up with chat. This is like super active in the middle of the game. And I have another missed free throw there by Mutt. So Virginia Tech scuffing 2 at the line. Yeah, like Filipowski has had 3 straight double-doubles, 63 points, 43 boards. Like the kid can play, and you know he can play. So like, what's the Duke record matter, right? As far as like what the draft rankings are. Yeah. I mean, it's easy to figure us out defensively because like I suppose there's like no surprises. Like we're never going to do anything surprising. Like we try to set up these half-court sets, like find either Filipowski or Ryan Young isolated in the low block, and like maybe they can make something happen like over the shoulder. Like sometimes we get creative and we kick it out for 3, but then again, like we don't really shoot the 3 that well, or as we should. Saying I got buddies ping me, says, when do you think the last time a Duke team did a 1-3-1 zone was? And apparently now we can't play defense, although we have been like throwing these odd defensive looks. Like we've played 2-3 zone in a few games, it feels like, and Virginia Tech missed that free throw too. So they missed a 1-and-1 and they missed both free throws. Virginia Tech has left 4 points on the free throw line in the last 2 possessions, and Duke has missed 8 of its last 9 field goals. Proctor to Lively, now back to Proctor. Going to go for, this should be an alley-oop. Yes, that's the alley-oop there. Okay, that actually looks like real offense off the screen. So we'll look at that at halftime. That had plenty of finesse on it, honestly. There's somebody standing up right in front of the camera. Oh my gosh, Justin Mutz with the turnaround. Really tough shot. Duke is going to have the final shot of the half here, down 10. As Proctor tries to arm the offense here. High screen here by Filipowski, and there's the double team by Virginia Tech. It's going to go into a Filipowski three-pointer that drops. Beautiful shot by Filipowski, and the three-point half-court shot by Virginia Tech, no good, thankfully, as Duke will take a 7-point deficit into the halftime locker room, but that was very pretty. And that was actually a really good sort of play off of the screen here. This was actually set up pretty well. So let's take a look. Let's actually take a look at the last two plays. If we hit the halftime, put on 15 minutes, so right at about 5:01 is when we'll be coming back here. So this one is one we finally get right. So here's Proctor to Lively, and you see here, there's the screen, and there's the roll. So it just, Virginia Tech doesn't communicate this. This is basic screen and roll. Proctor to Lively. Like, why? Like, if as Duke fans, that is what we want to see, and that's what we haven't seen enough of. Because Derek Lively is averaging like less than 6 points a game, so you're like, well, why isn't he scoring? Anyway, like, I mean, and it's a legitimate question, because you could be like, well, why don't we do that 3 times a game? I don't know. Like, why don't we do that 3 times a game? Or like 4 or 5 times a game? Like that feels like it should be a go-to here. And then here's the final play, which is actually quite nice. So there's the screen. And Virginia Tech, again, Virginia Tech is being incredibly aggressive. You saw in the previous possession where they forced the double team here, where they were basically trying to double team Proctor up top. It was in this area. And so basically Virginia Tech is looking to double team the guards at any opportunity they get. They do try to do this again, but it results in actually Filipowski being able to slip out for free. Now, I don't know if this Virginia Tech double team was actually intentional or that was a mistake, but either way, they're being incredibly overly aggressive in their perimeter defense. Virginia Tech is. And so you end up with open shots like that, and in that case, Filipowski is actually able to knock it down. Thankfully for us. And so that's where we stand. Virginia Tech 45, Duke 38. As the Hokies lead us here, even though we were favored by 5 points at the start of the game. Hi, buddy. Buddy, you slept the entire first half. You missed the first half. It's okay. You didn't miss much. Virginia Tech's winning. Come on, buddy. Get over here. Since Virginia Tech is doubling, you need to pass inside. Somebody's always open when they W. Yeah, you pass inside, you could kick it out. Like, yes, that is fundamental Duke basketball. That just isn't like, I don't know. It's been a little slow, right? This team has had plenty of ups and downs. We just gotta we're not bandwagon fans on this channel though. Everybody here is Duke fans for life. So we're just gonna have to weather the storm, everybody. This year's Duke UNC will be worse than 2020, where both gay teams were average. Both teams unranked. Both teams like no storylines. I don't know. At least UNC has a core of what used to be a national title team. I would probably prefer to have that than anything. I believe we'd be better off now if the GOAT was still coaching. He would better motivate players. Yeah, I mean that's just such a tough one, right? It's such like a tough one. It's like, yes, if we lived in a parallel universe and Coach K was immortal and he could keep coaching Duke for all eternity, like, yeah, we'd be in great shape. Could there be a post option for Whitehead? The kid is tall for his position and strong enough to isolate a small guard on the block. That's an interesting question. I don't think it's definitely not something we've seen, right? We haven't seen any post option there for Whitehead. It's either Filipowski. And to be fair, I'm not sure I can remember the last time that Lively got the ball and actually backed somebody down, in the post, right? Usually he's trying to get these alley-oop things going, or he gets the ball, but Yeah, like when is Lively actually making a serious post move? That's another. I'm not sure. A 1 year, $75 million deal. Good lord. Yeah, if any, as if that kind of money. I mean, I'm sure the school could come up with that. I think we're all up to date on the foul situation, actually. So 2-2, yeah, we are. We're good. Johnny Dawkins or Tommy Amaker to come back. So we talked about how poor our shooting has been this season, right? It's down shooting at 42% for the game, and actually we're shooting 50% so far from the floor. Virginia Tech is shooting an incredible 68% from the floor. I actually kind of want to look at the let's look at the shot chart for Virginia Tech. Where's all this coming from? Well, actually, it's probably coming from 3, to be honest, if I had to guess. They're 7 of 10. Yeah. They're 7 of 10 from 3, right? So they're shooting 70% from beyond the arc. And they're 17 of 25 overall. So 7 of 10, 15, 7. And then oh my God, they're like 10 of 15. Yeah, they're 10 of 15 otherwise. It's gross, dude. It's just gross. We're even on the boards. Chris Mim has more post moves than Lively. That's what I'm saying. I don't think, like, I find it just odd, right? Like, Lively doesn't really have any post moves. I mean, maybe we see some later in the game, but I haven't really seen any. Virginia Tech with 11 assists on those 17 makes. Duke with 7 on 16. I mean, it's not terrible. Points off turnovers relatively even here. 6 and 4. 4 for Duke, 6 for Virginia Tech. Although, interestingly enough, all 4 of our turnovers were really in that span of time early in the half when Virginia Tech went on their 14. Right, we got up 7-0. Virginia Tech then went on a 14-6 run to go up 14-3. They've held the lead since then and haven't looked back. Carolina is trending up and we're trending down. As they're trying to figure. I thought he'd be coaching forever. I've been a fan since the last 2 seasons of Coach Foster. It was a nightmare for when he announced his retirement. Wait, where is that one? Did I miss a? Oh, Bill Foster. Okay, got it. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, the possessions are the same. They're beating us on their boards, which is not good. Yeah, this is unfortunate. This is unfortunate. The pup is giving me the look here. I think he's hungry. Give me a sec, Chad. Does this actually... Hold on. This should work, right? Oh, yeah. This is a wireless headset. Now we're on the move, Chad. We are good. Keep going. We can walk around the room. Wait, he's got half a bowl. No? Okay. Never mind. We thought the pup wanted food, but he does not. Speaking of food, I gotta make myself some dinner later. Probably gonna make... Oh, God, this is ironic. Ironically, I was going to make turkey burgers tonight, and given the current situation of this game, I don't really know if that would be... Like, if we don't win this game, I don't know if I can actually make my turkey burgers. Or I will eat them out of spite, I suppose. Anyway. Orlando, you got the YouTube icon there. Nice. You're going deep with the emotes. That's Saturn. That's a planet. I was pissed when Coach Foster left Duke. It took me a few seasons to become a Coach K fan. I saw K a few times in person at my high school to recruit our top player of NC Carolina at the time, David Henderson. Oh wow. Interesting. I mean, yeah, it takes a couple years. Like, look, even Coach K had a losing season the first season at Duke. Actually, it was his first 3 seasons, right? Were like losing seasons. There you go. So like, it takes time. We had grilled ham and cheese today. Something simple because gonna eat some good Carolina barbecue next week. Nice. Those first few years of Coach K were rough. Yeah, so like that's we all want the instant satisfaction, but I don't think it's actually there's what we want and then there's reality. I'm just looking at Virginia Tech's previous schedule here. They lost to Clemson at home 68-65. Then NC State came into Blacksburg and beat them by 4. And then they went to Syracuse and lost. They lost at Virginia, then they lost at Clemson. So they went on a 3-game road streak and then that one. And then they had previously lost 2 games on the road. Oh my God, the only team that they've beaten in the ACC is North Carolina. What? Trey, is that real? They beat number 18 North Carolina in Blacksburg 80-72. That's the only win for Virginia Tech. And they're looking to get one against Duke. They're literally trying to pick off like the 2 blue bloods of the ACC. Play Reeves, please. I don't know if you can play. Like, we haven't actually gotten like a any notification that Reeves would be redshirting or not. I assume at this point in the season, it's probably too late. Yeah, they beat UNC. Oh man, well, when I was living in Durham, there's a place called Q Shack. That was our favorite. That was our favorite barbecue place to go in Durham. K's first season, we were preseason number 1 because we had Gene Banks, Kenny Denard, and the greatest Duke player of all time, Vince Taylor. We ended that season in the NIT. Oh man. Actually, I know Ken. I know. Well, I haven't met Kenny Denard, but I'm on email threads with him. He's a funny guy. He's a very funny guy. I didn't realize if you saw him now and didn't know who he was, you wouldn't have thought he was a basketball player. But he's a funny guy. Look, I have to say we're only down 7 on the road. It's not terrible. Like the situation isn't untenable at the moment. It's been worse, right? Like this could be the NC State game, but it's not. You and Coach K share the same birthday. But yeah, when I get the well, let's see, my barbecue, I usually just get the brisket because like you can't get really good brisket outside of like a real barbecue state, like something like Texas or North Carolina. There's like no such thing as like brisket outside of those like actual barbecue brisket. Like you can always get like chicken and like and such. Dry biscuit sandwich with fries and a mac and cheese. There you go. ACC was boring. At times there was no shot clock nor 3-point shot. Brisket and pulled pork. So Dave is going for the double. And plenty of brisket here in Kentucky. Yeah, like okay, I should say like across the South, like the southern states have good barbecue, like have good brisket. Like in New England, it doesn't exist. Out here in the Pacific Northwest, it like just doesn't exist, right? Like it's like not a thing. It's very hard to find. Buddy, the camera is this way. I don't know what you're just like staring at a wall. You're staring at the Filipowski Shire jersey, hoping it's gonna rescue us. What are you doing, dude? We should be getting ready to come out at halftime here. I think so. Look, Dariq Whitehead's got 10. Filipowski's got 14. Lively's got 2. Roach has 4. Ryan Young has 4. Mark Mitchell has 4. Proctor's got 0. I mean, Hunter Couture's got 12 and Sean Padula has 10. If as long as Couture doesn't put up another 30 points, we might be okay here. Oh my gosh, one plate of barbecue, easily $20. You like the smoked sausage over the ribs. Interesting choice to me. Interesting choice. Play through Whitehead, Young, and Flip. Well, yeah. Yeah, I think in general, Whitehead just needs more touches. Cut to the basket when the post gets double teamed. Or, well, I mean, you could also kick it out for shooting, but our shooting is pretty bad. Okay, I'm gonna get blown up here, but like, I don't think there's any way that Virginia Tech continues to shoot 70% from 3. Like, it's insane. Like, the law of averages has to kick in at some point here, and I suppose that's where I will stake my claim and probably die on that hill, that the law of averages must kick in. As we're getting ready to go here in the second half. They flashed up an interesting stat that Virginia Tech is 42-9 when leading at the half at home. Which I suppose is the situation right now, but hopefully we can make it 42-10. As Basili spins in and can't get it to go, and the rebound down to Filipowski. So that comes up. That's pretty good. Virginia Tech comes up empty on their first possession. Duke with a chance to pull within 5. There's Whitehead to Filipowski. Great extra pass to Mitchell, but he gets stripped. And now in transition, Virginia Tech, Padula is going to go up, and that isn't going to fall. And the runner is too strong as Ryan Young comes down with the rebound. And now Proctor ahead to Filipowski. Proctor back to Ryan Young. Over to Whitehead, and Whitehead is going to kick this out to Proctor. Proctor's 3 goes down. Off the assist by Whitehead. Beautiful basketball. That's penetration in the paint. Kick out 3. Good start. Let's see if we can keep this going here. Although, to be fair, we had a pretty good start to the second half at NC State, and that thing went sideways, as we can't come down with the board here, but Virginia Tech will touch it, and it'll be out of bounds. Virginia Tech, Duke ball. As Virginia Tech has come up empty on its first 3 possessions. Yeah, holding the ball was a good strategy, but incredibly boring. I think the shot clock is a phenomenal feature. Filipowski going to go for 3. That goes 2. Filipowski with 17 as Duke has hit its first 2 3-pointers of the half and brought it down to within 1. Also, Filipowski had 9 rebounds, so there's the double-double watch. Filipowski almost steals it from Mutz. And now this Basili being guarded by Whitehead. Basili up and over. That soft roll goes. He's got 11, the third Hokie in double digits, as Virginia Tech manages to fend off the Duke advance for the moment and opens up a 3-point advantage. Filipowski to Young, who definitely can't shoot 3, so he's being guarded loosely there. And beautiful extra pass, Filipowski to Mitchell, and Mitchell can't connect. That's the second time Filipowski has made that pass to Mitchell, and it hasn't resulted in points, and I'm beside myself over this thing because, like, we can go back. It was on the first possession of the half, and then at the 17:55 mark. We should totally look at these. I mean, Mitchell's totally inted 4 points right at the basket. And Duke come down with that rebound after the Padula miss, and Proctor now pushing in transition. As Proctor gets it to Filipowski, there's the double team. Ryan Young should have been fouled there. No extra pass over to Mitchell. Mitchell gets blocked, and there finally is the foul that should have been called previously. As Basili gets tagged with that one, that's his second. So a little bit of foul trouble here for the Hokies, as Mitchell should go to the line shooting 2. That's my favorite Duke player on this team. I mean, yeah, Filipowski's the man. He just so happens to be wearing the number 30. Oh, Mark. Mark misses the first free throw. You got to at least go 1 for 2 here. There you go. Mitchell's got 5, and he goes to the benches. Roach subs in. And John Shire having a conversation with Mitchell, probably telling him to be stronger with the ball down low because he's been stripped twice when he's been right next to the basket. So Roach, Whitehead, Filipowski, Ryan Young, and Whitehead. Ooh. And Whitehead is down, actually, with what looks like a potential ankle there, as that doesn't go, and he's back up, but couldn't get the rebound. And so Virginia Tech was playing 5-on-4, and Sean Padula gets a 3-pointer out of that. That sucked. Dariq Whitehead would have been in position to rebound that ball if he didn't injure his ankle. Come on. Let's see. Dariq Whitehead ankle. That actually didn't look too bad. He doesn't come down on somebody else. Oh, that could be awful, actually. He did not come down on a Virginia Tech player's foot. That was on his own, as Filipowski will take 3 again, and he will hit 3. Filipowski has 20, and he is single-handedly carrying Duke tonight again. Mark doesn't have the dog that Winslow had in him. That is a very apt comparison, actually. Both similar sized players, both similar roles. I'm here for that one. This is actually a very concerning injury, I think, this could be a very concerning injury for Whitehead. Oh boy. That is not good. Hunter Couture then passing it up to Basili. That's an offensive foul. That's an offensive foul! They're going to call a flop? What? What is this call? That's not a flop. What? That is not a flop. The dude, Basili literally gives him the elbow. Are you kidding? What are we watching? And it was a late call. And he waited for him to miss the shot before calling it. Are you kidding? Oh my God, fire that ref. That is awful officiating. That is awful officiating. Mark Mitchell going to tie the game, though, at 51 apiece. Honestly, the worst piece of officiating I think I've seen this that was egregious. Oh my God, that's an and one. Yeah, Filipowski was late on the rotation. As Justin Mutz is going to go to the free throw line after that one. What? I don't even know. I mean, we can rewind it in slow motion, and like they just did here, like. Yeah, it's the third foul on Filipowski, but like whatever. Like take it the distance at this point. Like What? Like the dude bangs his knee. Hello. Basili literally puts his left knee into Roach. 1, 2. He gives him the left elbow. And then knocks him over. And look. The ref hasn't done anything. The ref is literally standing here watching what? What is he looking at? What is this? He's not even looking at the ball. And then he sees the ball doesn't go in, and then he calls the foul. This is atrocious. Unreal. Absolutely unreal. The score is 53-51. Virginia Tech, and they have a free throw coming up. Although, who took the technical? Because I'm missing a point somewhere. 12-10. Zula. That's not right. 12-14. Yeah, Padula took it. There you go. No, pick your best player to make the team. I bet if Coach K that would have been a technical. Yeah, yeah, he probably would have lost his. Like, if there was a moment to throw the jacket, that would have been it. That was bad. That one's going on the Twitter later. Like, this is awful. Oh, also, so the one I was gonna call out. So you see okay, this is our first offensive possession of the half, and what I was trying to point out was that, so there's Filipowski, and he makes this play to Mitchell here, and then Mitchell gets stripped, right? Okay, and so we fast forward it again to the 7:55 to here, and now look at this play again. It's the same play. It's the same play, and he doesn't finish it, right? That's very frustrating. That's 4 points, right? Literally, it's like Filipowski made the look, had the look, made the pass twice, and that should have been 2 assists, and they should have finished it. As Mutz can't hit at the free throw line, and he misses the end one, but that's infuriating. Like, I mean, and if you're Filipowski, that's like really tilting because you did everything right. And let's see if they try to set this up again, because Filipowski's in a similar situation. No, he gives it outside to Proctor. And now gets it to Flip, and that's a foul on Mutz. That's his first. With the hold. Winslow would have punched it in. Yeah, like, I mean, you got to be stronger, right? You have to go up with that with 2 hands, and it's got to be a dunk. As Proctor now over to Flip. And to Roach. Mitchell trying to gain post position here, but calls it off and now drifts over near the Duke sideline in 3-point position. Now it's Ryan Young in that position, and Virginia Tech brings the double team. Extra pass out to Proctor. 4 seconds on the shot clock, 3 on the shot clock. Proctor puts up a prayer. It does hit the rim. He gets his own rebound, and he puts it in. Proctor's got 5. What a play by Proctor, man. Shot clock winding down, puts a... Jesus, that shot didn't have a prayer. Okay, there's the switch to front Couture there, Filipowski. A nice block there by Mitchell. Duke has got to come down with this rebound. Oh, my God, are you kidding me? All right, now we do. And now we're off to the races in transition as Roach, almost fouled by Collins. Filipowski's got 3 in the corner. That's good! Let's go, baby! The flip is 23 and Duke's ahead by 3. Couture being guarded by Roach. Ball out of his hand over to Collins. And now Basili backing down. There's the backdoor cut. Collins over here. Mutz, not a three-point shooting threat. Gets it back out to Basili. Good help defense there. And now Mutz back to Basili, and that's out of bounds on Virginia Tech. Duke with the defense. Let's go. I love it. I love it. They played a full 30 seconds on that shot clock. Nicely done. Duke has taken it up another notch here. They've started to hit shots. The defense is looking a little bit better. Screened by Filipowski. Roach going to go with that little 2. No, not quite. That should be out against Virginia Tech. It is. Ryan Young tried to get the rebound, but it was deflected out of bounds. I mean, where would Duke be without Philip? Where would Duke be anywhere without Filipowski? Like, they just wouldn't have a season. It would be like a total mess. Filipowski, great look there to Proctor. Proctor's going to take this to the rack. Yes! There by Proctor. 7 for him. That goes from being a 3 to a layup. That is actually really good. That's a really good decision making by Tyrese Proctor that he probably wouldn't have made earlier in the season. He gave up a decent shot and got a great shot in return. Ryan Young on Mutz now as Mutz is backing. That's a foul. Come on, Ryan Young. How many you've been playing? What, 5 years of basketball? Come on, man. That's it. That's easy. You got caught not moving your feet. Lively in to replace Young. That was his 3rd. And Virginia Tech trying to inbound this to Collins. That's a backcourt violation. Yes. Duke never touched it. That's a turnover by Virginia Tech. Great defense by Proctor to force that turnover. All right. It's a 5-point lead. Drill it again. Send it in. Pound it in the paint. Philip has another foul. That's a foul on 25. Foul on Mutz? Yeah, foul on Mutz. All right, the foul's starting to pick up for Virginia Tech, the 3rd one this half. Pound the ball inside. Pound the ball inside. Pound the ball inside. Lively to Roach. Roach Proctor. There's a huge double team there by Virginia Tech out beyond the 3-point line. Oh my God, Mark. Lively was in. Lively, this is a free 2 points. What are you doing? I think he just loses the ball. I think he just lost the ball there, honestly. Basili being guarded by Filipowski beyond the 3-point line here, and Padula denied the ball. Good defense there by Filipowski. He's backing down and Lively. Okay, you know what? Basili scores there. Filipowski can't be too aggressive. He's got 3 fouls, and he's the only offense we have so far. Do not foul out of this game, Kyle. If he's going to score 2, just let him have it. Because you can go get 2 back on the other end. So, yeah. You cannot foul out of this game. Horn set here with the 2 bigs, and it's going to be Filipowski. You thought about the 3. Now trying to style on Mutz, and Filipowski, no. Tapped outside by Lively, and now it's with Proctor, who's going to reset this offensive board for Duke, gives them another possession. Great. Lively to Filipowski. Filipowski, that should be an and 1. Oh, it doesn't go down. This I like the pace of this possession. That possession was actually really good. How is the injury from earlier? I think Dariq Whitehead is he's not on the bench. That's not a good sign. Oh my God, Filipowski misses one. I think it's a wrap for Whitehead. It looks like an Achilles. I mean, I wasn't gonna say it, but I know Keon, your profession is physical therapy. If I'm not mistaken. So I believe that you probably know about these injuries a decent amount. I mean, I just remember when like what it was like Kobe that tore the Achilles like that, right? Or no, or like was it Klay Thompson? One of them. It looked similar, right? You come down, you come down on it, but like you would have thought that maybe he came down on like a Virginia Tech player's like foot, but that wasn't the case. Like, yeah, it's very scary there. Oof, the three-pointer by MJ Collins goes down. That's his first points. Virginia Tech pulls back to within a single point. We're going to have to grind this one out. It's going to be a grinder. Get it outside to Mitchell. Yeah, that's a three-pointer by Mitchell. He's got to hit that, but does not. Lively fighting for the board down low, but it's stripped away by Virginia Tech. And now Tech has an opportunity here in transition. There's the feed down low. That's to Kidd. Kidd looking for options, has to get the ball back out to Basili. Actually poked out by Jeremy Roach, but winds up right in the lap of Sean Padula because why not? There's Basili. I think he's going to have to get this back out to Padula. Maybe. No, he's just going to go up and over with the right hand, and they're going to call and one? For what? He's got 15, and Mitchell, that's his first. Recently, it was Karl Anthony Towns, but yes, Kobe and Kevin Durant, either an Achilles or a calf. Yeah. Yeah. One, two, two, three, three. Oh, Mutz has 3 fouls as well. I was missing one on him. 3-1. Okay, my foul situation on Duke is correct. So yeah, Virginia Tech still shooting 60.5% from the floor. Duke's field goal percentage has actually gone up as well, though. We're at 52.3, shooting a little better. The three-point percentage from Virginia Tech hasn't really come down much, though. They were at 70, now they're at 64.3, just still obscene. 9 of 14, although Duke has ramped it up on the three-point shooting as we did when we started the second half. 8 of 16 in total for the game. We should be up by 7. Now we might be down by 2. I mean, yeah, we just can't take open shots, man. It's painful, man. It's painful. I mean, well, we knew this one is going to be. I mean, we knew this was going to be tough. Blacksburg is always a difficult place to play, so we have to be a little patient here. We're going to sweat this one out, Blue Devils. We're going to sweat this one out. Can I show you the play that Whitehide got hurt on? Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, here you go. That was it. That was it. That was the injury. As you can see, he doesn't come down. He just comes down and then he gets carried off the court. Well, he actually walks off the court under his own power, but gets carried to the locker room. Duke can't hold on to a lead. I mean, yeah, we certainly can't hold on to the lead on the road. That's for sure. Super unfortunate, man, because Whitehead had 10 points in this game. Like, he was Whitehead was on the up and up, man. Like he's been doing so much better over the last. He's been much more involved. He's been hitting his shots. He hits NBA level shots. Like when he takes a shot, it looks like an NBA player is taking a jumper. Like that's how like crazy good it is. Like kind of like when Paolo Banchero was like taking shots. You're like, yeah, this dude's in the league, like for sure. Roach to Lively here as Duke now trails by 2 with 10:48 to go in the second half. And we have a stoppage of play as there is a hold by Basili. That's his third. So there is an opportunity to get Virginia Tech into foul trouble. They have Basili, Mutz, and Poteet all with 3 fouls. Getting Basili in foul trouble would certainly help our cause. He's got 16 points. Filipowski is once again, Virginia Tech brings the double team. Tyrese Proctor's wide open 3-pointer doesn't fall. It's those kinds of things like, look, Filipowski made the right play. Virginia Tech brought the double team. He kicked it out to an open shooter. Open shooter can't make the shot. I mean, that's kind of the situation that we're in, right? Like, oh, Padula just denied by Lively. Get out. Oh, Timothy, I mean, we're all rooting for the win, man, for you. Come on. Lively didn't even need to jump for that block, to be honest. Oh, they called a foul on Roach anyway, so that's a free throw on Padula. Yeah, sorry to hear that, Timothy, man. But yes, we are rooting. We're gonna bring home this Duke W for you. So honestly, I think we all need it for our sanity tonight. As Padula gets the second, and Virginia Tech has responded here since the game was tied with a 4-0 run. Duke now has to answer back here. 63-59. This is basically the average of where we hold teams scoring wise, and that is another beautiful pass by Filipowski to Lively, who finishes it properly with a dunk at the rim. That's what Mark Mitchell should have been doing the entire time. A little two-man basketball there between Filipowski and Lively is probably enough to feast on. Padula over to Basili, and this is to Kidd. And actually, Proctor deflects it, and we're out on the run. Is this transition? Is it a bucket? The Euro step by Filipowski, and Duke has tied it again. Oh, we played in transition. It's a miracle. That was beautiful, if just for a moment. 63 all. Padula being guarded by Filipowski, and we have actually a double dribble. Well, that's another turnover by Virginia Tech, so 2 turnovers here in the last 2 possessions. Flip is having a Jay Pillis night. He kind of is, man. Look at that Euro step. Oh, man, that's pretty. And this is why Filipowski is projected to play in the NBA. He's got 26 points and great footwork, and maybe 29. That was a bit of a heat check. Grandison actually comes down with, no, come on. Offensive board? Offensive foul? Come on, man. Yeah, man, Christian Leitner night. Well, he didn't come down with he didn't get that 3 because that would have been pretty incredible. As Padula brings the ball up the court here and now gives it over to Kidd. And here's Collins off the curl. And actually, that's a way too easy to. Looks like Filipowski got caught and tripped up on someone's leg. And it was a timeout. John Shire. What happened? And Virginia Tech finds itself back up 2. Oh, man, he gets tripped? What happened here? Oh, he just gets like caught up with Hunter Couture. I don't know. I mean, it seems like moving screen, but maybe not. Anyway, the Duke timeout. Nope, sorry. Duke timeout leaves us with 2. It should be a quick one. They always said on that commentary this player is having a Jay Billis night. And I wonder, I suppose that could mean one of several things, right? Although granted, Jay Billis was pretty good. But I guess it could also mean that, like, he's having a terrible evening. Because to be fair, sometimes Jay Billis' commentary is not that good. Coach K basketball was better. Hold on. Holy hell, it's a joke. All right. What are we thinking here? What are we thinking? Filipowski with 26 points. What else has he got? I mean, it's assume he's got the double-double at this point. Let's look this up. Yeah, Filipowski, funny enough, doesn't have a double-double. He's been stuck on 9 rebounds since the start of the second half. And he's got 24 points. 26. Actually, this hasn't updated. Maybe if it updates. Nope. He's got 26 points, 9 boards, 1 assist, a block, a steal, only 1 turnover. Actually, Duke doing very well in the turnover game right now, having turned it over only 5 times. 2 from Whitehead, 2 from Mitchell, 1 from Proctor, and 1 from Flip. That's actually 6. I miscounted. 6. Math is hard. That's well below our average. That's really nice to see that we've been being able to take care of the basketball, and to some degree, it's probably that's what's kept us in it. We can't rely on Flip every game. I mean, yeah, obviously, but like, I mean, the other guy was going to be Whitehead, but I can't do him either. So we really need more point production out of Reese. Roach only has 4 tonight. Grandison nothing, and Mitchell 8. Yes, Whitehead is definitely hurt. We don't know the extent of the injury though. There's Virginia Tech with the double team again. Grandison now back to Filipowski. Virginia Tech brings the double yet again, and he gets to get this out to Roach, who thought about the 3. There's 8 seconds on the shot clock. Roach should actually feed this to Flip, but actually takes it himself. Roach has 6 points and ties the game at 65. Oh yeah, Ryan Young, that's the one. Ryan Young's only got 4. Yeah, I feel like Ryan Young was better early, like scoring way more points early in the season, and just kind of falling off. It's like his offensive production is really falling off. Rebounding is still doing fine. And Lynn Kidd is going to stuck with the ball here, but does get it back to Padula. 7 seconds on the shot clock for Padula and Virginia Tech, as Ryan Young has to go well beyond the 3-point line to guard that one. And Duke cannot close the possession. Offensive board to Virginia Tech, and here's Basili's going to have another opportunity. Oh, and he's got 20. We really needed that board, man. You got to get on the floor and get that ball. You cannot let Virginia Tech just have that again. Second chance opportunity gives them back the lead. Roach, Proctor trying to get it to Ryan Young. She should be able to just go up with it. There's the Ryan Young production we've been missing. As both teams trade buckets, and we're back to 67 apiece. 7 minutes to go here in Blacksburg. Grandison is such a disappointment. I've been saying it, man. And like every time I said it, then he has like one really good game, and then I look like an idiot. And then, oh my God, here's Hunter Couture because Jeremy Roach went underneath the screen. Ah! What else did you think was going to happen? Filipowski's going to try to get it back with one swing. That's short. I don't know if I like that three. It was kind of contested, to be honest. It seemed a little... The three by Filipowski on this possession seemed a little desperate. It felt desperate. But, like, you're only down 3. Like, there's no reason to. Here's Padula. 5 seconds on the shot clock here. And then Basili. Oh, is he going to get stripped of this? Oh, no way. No way. He puts it up as the shot clock expires, and it still goes down. God, come on. Literally 1 second off. Roach is going to take 3 off this Filipowski screen, and that's going to miss as well. The last two do. Okay, and now Virginia Tech has an opening here because we've missed the last 2 shots, and Virginia Tech has connected. Is Justin Mutz in the game? No, he is not. He has 3 fouls. He's on the bench at the moment. There's Hunter Couture coming off the curl. That three-pointer is no good. Duke really needs this board, and we can't come down with it because Filipowski has hit the deck as he was hitting the stomach. And now we finally come down with a board to close out the possession. And it looks like Filipowski got hit in the ribs. And he's kind of jogging slowly down to the other end of the court. And Proctor gets it to Roach. God, we need a bucket here. We need a bucket. There's a high screen by Flip, and there's Proctor. He can't get it. Wait, Ryan Young, you're underneath the basket. Why? What? Wait a second. I'm about to lose my mind. What? What is this play? Hello? Did you Oh my God. What? What's that? Like, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. You have got to be kidding me. Freeze it! Go up with it! Ah! What? Are you kidding? Oh my God. What is going on? I can't. Why would you not just go up and dunk the ball? That is literally 3 points. Okay, beside the point that Proctor should have made the layup, just as he should have hit the three-pointer. Like that he was wide open before, and now wide open in the corner, beside the point. You, oh my God, you have the ball literally right under the basket. Even if you go up with it they're going to foul you. Like, there's no way they're going to clean block off this. Oh. I can't. This is a critical point in the game. We are in so much trouble. Virginia Tech has opened this 5-point lead. They have all the momentum. We can't score. We've been taking bad shots. All right. The 3-pointers by Flip and Roach were not high percent. They were not good shots. We settled. They seemed desperate. You were only down 1 possession. You didn't need to get it all back in 1. And now we find ourselves down 2 possessions with the Virginia Tech with the ball. They might have fouled them, but the refs call it. I mean, yeah. Anyway, if you're new here, welcome in. It's Monday night, and we are losing our minds collectively over this game here at Virginia Tech, which we knew was going to be difficult from the start. But hey, here we are. Well, technically that flop was only a 1-point technical. And if you need the game itself, jump into Discord. Because you can join the subscriber watch party in Discord. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. All right. Virginia Tech with the ball, leading by 5. 4:44 to go. Proctor, Filipowski, Mitchell, Lively, Roach on the floor. Roach comes down with a weak side rebound as Duke completely dodged a bullet because Couture's shot was a wide open 3 and he just whiffed. Roach now going to go inside. Should get this outside to Filipowski. Actually gets it out to Proctor. Proctor misses from 3 again. And Mitchell comes up with the board. No, Virginia Tech comes up with the board. How is Proctor so bad at shooting threes? What? Like what? That I don't understand. Basili. And now Couture. And this is going to be a wide open 3 by... Okay, that's not going to go. And then out in transition, Filipowski should have this. Up and blocking foul. Okay, blocking foul. Lil D Tup? Thank you for the follow. That's on Twitch. That's weird. I didn't know you people... We're not even live on Twitch. Weird. Yeah, like how it's wide open, man. Like it's wide open. I don't get it. He's missed several of these. Unfortunate that Filipowski's shot doesn't go, but we're gonna get 2 at the line. Sure thing, LSU Chip. Will do. And 2KJ, thank you for the sub on YouTube. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. We're about 150 subs away from our goal of 1K. We want to hit that 1K goal this season. So if you're in chat, please give it, and you haven't subbed, please give us a like and a sub. And come back because we're here for all the Duke games, continuing to lose our minds over every single one of them. There's also a sub earlier in the week from somebody. Let me see. Steve Lofton, actually, also. Thank you for your sub. That one came while we were off the air. So appreciate that one. And 2KJ, welcome into chat there. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Hey, the pup's back awake. Give me a bit. Brady Franzen, hello again. Welcome in. Hi. You know what? I had this crazy idea before the game, and I guess maybe it's true. I should have said this before, but I was like, you know what, chat? Maybe I'm smelling overtime. Are we still smelling overtime here? Are we thinking overtime? I hope not. Poor season might affect us getting top recruits in the future. Well, I mean, like the COVID year didn't really affect us very much, right? Like that COVID year was awful. That was difficult to watch. But I mean, we're still like recruiting top tier talent, right? Can't find me on Discord. The link to the Discord is in the description of the video if you need it. The subscriber watch party is there. Yeah. Daryl Thomas, thank you very much for your sub on YouTube. Much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome in. Glad you've been hanging out with us. Yeah, so if you follow that one in, you can watch the end of the game there. He probably doesn't leave this season. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Like the Jalen Johnson also like it's not really an NBA. Like hasn't had the best NBA. I don't even know is he still like is he in the G League? I haven't even been following honestly. All right, so Kyle Filipowski at the free throw line. Kyle Filipowski at the free throw line, shooting 2. And he gets the first. So he's got 27. And this now for the second one. And he does get the second one as Justin Mutz is back into the game. So chat wanted to know where Mutz was. Mutz is back in the game here for Virginia Tech as Duke brings the full court press and then backs out of it as Virginia gets it across the timeline with 2 seconds to spare as Mutz now with the ball being guarded by Mitchell. Good defense by Roach to cut off the backdoor cut. And we have an offensive foul actually by Virginia Tech. MJ Collins, that's his second, going the other way. That was off the ball. That's the 6th. No, that's the 7th team foul on Virginia as looks like I missed one. But will result in a turnover with 3:33 to go here. 3:33 to go here in the game. Filipowski now being guarded by Mutz, and Filipowski has a clean line and actually gets blocked by Lively, gets it back, and now actually Basili comes down with it. Oh, that is such a tough break. Oh, Lord. Oh, my gosh, it was going to be a 1-point game. That block might have saved the game if you're Virginia Tech, actually. I mean, we had one that saved the game the other day, and there's Basili who goes down the lane, and there's a foul out on the floor. Never mind. Lively commits the foul on the floor before the drive. And probably for the better, because he was about to end. Lively was the one about to end up on the poster. But that's the 7th team foul on Duke, and so that puts Virginia Tech into the 1-1. And so Basili will go to the free throw line, and then Virginia Tech hasn't been shooting very well from the line tonight and missed a couple. And here's the front end of the 1-1, although that goes down. So 23 points for Grant Basili. You know what? I don't even want to like know how many points Basili averages, but I hate myself, so I'm going to check. 14. Okay, well, he's got 10 more points than his average. As Virginia Tech's opened up a 74-69 lead here. And Roach is going to drive in. He'll get this to Proctor. Proctor probing with 15 seconds on the shot clock. And Roach, Filipowski hits the deck. Roach with 8 seconds to go. Guys, we got nothing going on this possession. Proctor over to Ryan Young, and Ryan Young will score. 74-71. Oh, you need 2 points for Mutz on your ticket. Oh, you're betting. I honestly, hopefully you don't get them because we can't afford to give you 2 more points right now. As Basili there. Oh, that's a turnover as Roach is out in the open floor. Oh, that should be a blocking foul, absolutely. That is, yeah, it should be a blocking foul. Padula called for his first, and Roach will go to the free throw line, as that'll be the 8th foul on. Damn, we had a run out. What a steal. What a steal there. So it's 3. Oh, it's 3 on Collins. That's why. And we have a timeout here, Virginia Tech. Yeah, we have a timeout here before the 1-and-1. Yeah. Okay. You're right. Sorry, bro. You're a Duke fan. I did subscribe. Thank you, LSU Chip. I appreciate it. Now, if we say go up, 78-74, I'll give you 2 points. Why not, right? But right now, I'm not giving you points. Right now, we can't. We can't afford them. Let's see, because Mutz has 8 right now, so you want him with 10. Also a 49ers fan? Well, Teddy, congratulations to your 49ers in the NFC Championship game after the the debacle by the Dallas Cowboys. By Dak Prescott and the Cowboys, yeah. All right, now Roach at the free throw line here for the 1-and-1. I'm not sure I even want to look. And oh my God, he missed it. Oh, yeah. Wow, dude. Wow. Misses the front end of the 1-and-1. Okay, keep playing. Keep playing. Under 2 minutes to go here. 6 seconds to shoot there for Virginia Tech. Basili too strong, and Ryan Young down with the board. Roach is a liability. Yeah, well. 1:42 to go. You don't need a 3 here, boys. You don't need a 3. You just got to get the best shot. It's Filipowski going in, and that's a blocking foul there. And Filipowski will have to earn it at the line as this is foul on Mutz, and he has his 4th. Oh boy. This is a shooting foul, so he gets 2 either way. Oh my God. What are... Flip that had the Miami free throws to seal the deal late. Oh, he misses that one. This is painful. This is so painful. He gets the second. Okay, so Jeremy Roach got 2. That's 3 points. We'd be up by 1 at this point. God. I said I was sniffing overtime, right? God, I hope not, though. I have nightmares about going to overtime at Virginia Tech. I feel like we did that a couple years ago, and it just got out of hand. Basili here on Filipowski. Basili is going to drive on Filipowski. Good D by Filipowski, and this is Collins. Good help defense there by Ryan Young, and that's actually, oh my God, they're going to call Mark Mitchell for that foul. And that's Mutz who was going in for it. That looked clean. I don't even know, actually. No, this is Mutz at the free throw line, shooting 2, and he bricks the first one. So, to be fair, I think Mutz had that. That was 2 points for Mutz. Had Mark Mitchell not fouled, the fact that he did foul and Mutz misses 1 free throw means that it's actually worked out in our favor, and he gets the second one. So, we're actually better off by a point here. So Mutz has 9. As we have 64 seconds to go, and John Shire is going to call time. God, man. This is going to... This team's going to kill us at some point this season. I mean, it's too much. It's too much. Let's see what John Shire cooks up here. So he's got 1 timeout left. Virginia Tech has 2 timeouts left. We're down by 3. You don't need to get it all back in one go. We've missed 3 free throws here down the stretch, effectively. I count the missed front end of the 1-and-1 as a second free throw miss. We're right there, man. We're right there. Filipowski's still stuck at 9 rebounds. He hasn't had a rebound this entire second half. All right. Oh, I'm actually behind. Oh, wait. I'm actually way behind. Wait a sec. What? Oh, Proctor hits 3. Okay. All right. I saw chat say yes, Proctor, and I was like, wait, what? And then I checked, and my thing is way behind. Okay, we're tied. Now we're live. 75-75 all. I think that had to be a Virginia Tech timeout. How many assists does Filipowski have? Because sometimes I rewind it and then I forget to like run it forward again, and so 2. Filipowski has 2 assists. Also, yeah, this Dariq Whitehead on the crutches is not a good look. Not a good look, by the way. Welcome in, everybody. We have 35.3 seconds here left in the second half. Both teams with 1 timeout, 75 all here in Blacksburg. Virginia Tech with possession. They, for all intents and purposes, will have the final shot. I suspect that Lively should be in the game for defensive purposes. He's not, actually. Your 5 on the floor for Duke are Roach, Proctor, Mitchell, Filipowski, and Ryan Young, although I agree with you as this is a big question mark as to why Lively is not in the game. It's definitely not out of foul trouble. It's like not out of foul trouble. And of anything, perhaps even as a rebounding edge, right? Like you'd think you'd want to go big here, but maybe Shire doesn't like the matchups. Virginia Tech has an 8-second game clock, shot clock differential. My guess is that this goes to Basili. Or actually, here's Hunter Couture, and he's going to go off the curl. He's going to give that up to Collins, and Collins is going to take the last shot, and that's going to go for Virginia Tech. Of course it is. And that's with 13.5 seconds to go, and Filipowski gets hit again. I think got hit in the neck. Well, okay, hey, they should review this for flagrant, by the way, because if this is a hit to the head or neck area, it is technically flagrant. Oh, he hits. Oh, my goodness. That is a flagrant. That is 100% flagrant. Intent does not matter. That is, by the book, a flagrant foul. He hits Filipowski. Look. Like he's celebrating with a fist bump, and he hits Filipowski in the chin. This is not a basketball play. This is not a basketball play. It should be flagrant. It should be a flagrant foul on Collins. Yeah, they're reviewing it. Oh, so you showed up for the end of the game, buddy. You showed up for the game. Oh my, yeah, like it doesn't matter, inadvertent or not, the intent does not matter. Intent has never mattered for when you review a flagrant foul. It is A, not a basketball play, B, contact at the head or neck area. It should, by the rule book, be flagrant. I don't understand how it can't be. Like, that is also a, like, shot to your fucking, sorry, to your neck. Language, by the way. Apologies there. But they're, yeah. I don't understand it. I don't understand how they could not call that. You can't just like punch somebody. Like, no, Filipowski is not on the court, by the way. Which kind of like throws the entire final possession for us, unless Shire is going to call. Oh no, he is on the court. Okay, so we have 8 seconds to go. Proctor for 3. That's short. Oh my God, that is so short. You did not need that, and now we have to foul. God, man. What? I don't understand. Like, that's the best shot we had? A Proctor 3? He hasn't been able to hit, like, he hits the one to tie the game, but, like, whatever. Like, he's not hot or anything. Like, the problem with that is that if you miss the 3, you lose the game. If you make the 2, you go into overtime. There's like an asymmetric risk reward. There is no reason you should be like, you don't need to take the 3. What are you going to do? Try to win it at the buzzer? Painful. I mean, Virginia Tech hasn't been able to hit free throws all night, so like, who knows? Although this dude's an 80% free throw shooter, so he's probably going to make them both. Because why not? Although this is technically a 1-and-1. Technically. Although he makes it. He's just going to ice this at the line. No review on the flagrant. I don't understand that. I don't understand how they don't call that a flagrant foul. You like literally punch somebody on the court and you get away with it. Like, okay, I guess so. Like the block flop call was atrocious as well. These refs have had it in for us all night. He misses the second one, so technically still a 3-point game, and now we call a timeout with 3.2 seconds. But yeah, no review on the flagrant. As finally Filipowski's got his double-double, but it might come in a losing effort here. If we can't get this to work. I mean, this feels like an overtime game. I don't know. So now, chat, we have an end of game scenario, which is one of the things that we've been dreading the entire season. Because we don't actually, like, who is actually supposed to take this shot? I don't actually, like, Proctor is not my pick to take the shot. He just whiffed the last one, too. So, like, in theory, Filipowski is actually probably the person you want taking this. Or Jeremy Roach, who's proven himself clutch in the past, but, I mean, intermittently. So, if it's me, this is either Filipowski or Roach. And at this point, it has to be a 3, because you blew it on the last one, and you decided to take a 3 and you missed. So that's the problem with taking the 3 in that position. If you had taken the 2, it would have been, right, you would have been down it actually would have been 276. So he missed one. It was 77. It would have been 77 all, right? Like, actually, it would have been 77 all. You wouldn't have had to foul. So I don't know why Shoot doesn't get any minutes. He has to be terrible on D or something. I mean, I guess I don't know. I think Roach should take the shot. So we have votes for Roach. I mean, I think Roach probably ends up taking it, but could be Filipowski too. It's one of the two. I think if it's anybody who's not them, then yeah. Also, to the point earlier, why wasn't Derek Lively on the floor for the final offensive possession of Virginia Tech? That I still have no idea, because he probably would have been able to at least change the trajectory of the MJ Collins shot that ended up going in. But in any case, you have Ryan Young inbounding here, and then you have Proctor, Mitchell, Roach, and Filipowski. Like, first of all, you have to get this ball in bounds. By the way, you have no timeouts, so you can't bail yourself out of anything at this point. And this looks like it's going to be some sort of baseball pass. Well, it's going to be okay. We just turned it over. That's it. Game over. So incredibly telegraphed pass, and Hunter Couture just steals it, and so you don't even get a shot, which is probably more infuriating than actually having taken a shot and missing it. So there you go. That's it. Okay. There's definitely going to be question mark. Well, I mean, we sort of hinted 3 free throws there. Of course, like, you knew, having lost 7 games, of course Virginia Tech is going to win. Oh my God, it's just so stupid. Anyway, whatever. Turn this one off. Again, I had a feeling that was the way that was going to go. Unfortunate. Anyway, that's going to be it. We're just going to end it there. I don't even know. Between not having called the flagrant, between a block call that was like completely non-existent, or sorry, the flopping call that I don't know where that came from. That is just atrocious all around. Anyway, you have to regroup, because like the road trip continues. We have to go to Georgia Tech this weekend. We have to go to Georgia Tech this weekend. What is that? Saturday. That's a noon here. It's a 3:00 game. So there we go. But yeah, Heave, take it easy, man, and take it easy, folks. That's gonna be an unfortunate one, another hard one to swallow, because it's a close game. And you also have to imagine that had Whitehead not gone down with an injury, maybe this game would have come out a little differently. Because honestly, other than Filipowski, I don't know who else is like Proctor hit like a shot or two, and Roach hit like a shot, and then Ryan Young hit like a shot. Like I don't know who else is like giving us any offensive production. Like Whitehead goes down, unfortunately, and then he was doing pretty well in the first half. I feel like he would have had himself at least another 5 to 8 points here in the second, having gone for 10 in the first, which easily puts us over the top. But unfortunately, he goes down with what might be a very serious injury. So, I think we lost twice tonight. We lost the game, and we seem to have lost Whitehead, which is probably more of a cause for concern for the rest of the season. But anyway, yeah. Michael Brockwell, thank you very much. Came in late from work. I mean, it was an early game, so all good. 2KJ and Daryl Thomas, I want to thank you again for hitting that sub button. And I know LSU Chip had also mentioned that they had subbed in chat. Not like, depends on your sub settings. Not all the subs come through. So if you did, I really appreciate it. Let us know. And if not, think about it. Hit that sub button. We'll see you on Saturday. And yeah, unfortunately, not playing our best. Our best here, especially defensively, right? I think that's the biggest, like, we put up 75 points, we should be able to win a game, especially because we're holding teams to like an average of 60 something, 62, 63. So Virginia Tech had a really hot shooting night, and Grant Basile went a little nuts. So anyway, that's it. I'm gonna call it there. I got plenty of work I still have to get back to tonight since I had to leave work early a little bit to make for the game. In any case, we will see you on Saturday for Georgia Tech. Hopefully, a little bit better of a performance there and a bounce back win. Until then, have a great rest of your week. Everybody stay safe and go Duke. See ya. Good night.